How's the spring going so far for you?
The spring?
Yeah, our fall. My
I'm
bad.
about to say,
Yeah.
it's going well. We're stacking days as a team. I see a lot of growth. There's progress that still has to be made, but I feel like we're definitely going in the right direction.
You guys have so many new pieces on defense. How is it all coming together?
Like it would go together with any other team. I mean, we're continuing to come show up every day. I mean, being with a team from however in the morning to however night is easy to kind of learn the people you're playing with. You know, with these guys for 12 hours a day. So, a lot of chemistry. But we're definitely we're getting to know each other. Yeah.
Do you guys have to structure practice any differently or focus on different things when you have so many guys who haven't done it before? You everybody up to speed?
I wouldn't say structure it differently, but I mean, if you are a leader, it's easier to pull those guys who feel like they might be lagging behind from inexperience and get those guys up to speed. But that's the good thing about here, it's a structure, so you fall in or you get left behind. Yeah.
How are you handling that kind of leadership part, being kind of one of the older guys in the group now?
Oh, that is crazy. I wasn't young, and I'm following the footsteps that were, planted for me. So I had good examples, Cyrus Simon, a lot of those guys from years before. So I'm just doing what I saw worked and trying to, imitate that to an extent. Yeah.
Has that fully hit you yet that you're kind of in that position now? It's been, had a lot of guys ahead of you for a lot of your time here.
I feel like it took a while in the spring, but by the time summer and fall camp hit, it was kind of just, I figured by then, it's time to get rolling. I can't be a guy who's supposed to lead, and I feel like I'm lagging behind. So I tried to make that switch pretty abruptly, but I'm definitely adjusting to it. Well, I feel like.
Was it hard for you? Are you a vocal guy, or is that something natural?
I feel like what I had to learn is that leading by example is good, but like you said, sometimes you do have to vocally bring people with you, and that's kind of what I struggle with to an extent. But just from unexperience, I don't think I'm incapable of doing it.
Yeah.
I've learned that I'm more capable than I thought because I've never had to before. But you live and you learn. The more you do it, the better you get, and you learn how to talk to certain people, and certain people react better to certain things. So, I've learned, and I'm getting better every day. I'm not perfect, but nobody is.
What do you see your role as on the team for this season?
Hopefully, a guy who can make some plays for sure. Lead by example. Show what it means to, really follow the structure that's set for us, and that triangle that we live by.
I think it was about this time a year ago that you had the elbow injury in fall camp. What is it like to be kind of back out there and going through all the motions again?
Feels great. I love football. A lot of people ask me, dang, it's a lot of football. I know you're getting tired. You want to play a lot of these new guys and all this. I guess, but I'd hit my dad if he was in pass. I don't care. So, I love the sport. I have a lot of passion for the sport. So, being back is a blessing for sure.
What was the mental challenge of going through it? Because it kind of lingered all year, right?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. Things that I feel like are not in my control, I've never really had anxiety or stress much about because it's in God's control. If I feel like my problem is too big for God to handle, that's disrespect to Him. So you roll the punches. Okay, if I'm gonna rehab, then that's what that's gonna be. But as far as me feeling like, oh no, this is bad, or I understand His footsteps are already planned out for me. I'm just gonna follow where He needs me to go.
What about the physical side? That's a painful injury, right?
Yeah, it didn't feel good. It didn't feel good. Yeah. It's a sport though. It's a sport we play. If I'm scared of physical, pain, then I should go play something else.
Have you changed your thought process or approach around injury prevention at all and trying to stay healthy? Is that something that's in your head at all?
I've always understood, your body is your investment, in a sport that's physical like this. I would say I'm definitely harping on it more. I've learned that, I'm not as fresh as I used to be. Because, I was a guy, it's fall camp and I'm still going to lift after practice and stuff. So, I've definitely learned that if you're going to do that, you're going to have to make sure your body's okay and ready to go. So, I've definitely been, more conscious of that and direct as far as, taking care of my body for sure.
You told us in the spring you were 250, and it was 255 last year and 275 the year before.
Okay.
Have you decided to stay at 250, or what are you at right now?
I've decided to play ball, so, I'm eating. I'll kind of just fill stuff out, I feel good right now. I feel like I can make a lot of plays with this weight. Obviously, if adjustments need to be made, they will be made, but, right now, I feel good. I might be, well, who knows, I might be 260 game one, I might be whatever it needs to be, but I'm going to put myself in the position to feel the best and be able to go out there and do the best that I can. So if that's at this weight, then it'll be this weight. If I feel like something needs to change, then it'll be changed.
Does that fluctuate a lot? Are you like experimenting with what works?
I mean, I feel like everything's an experiment. As far as when you're working towards progress, I feel like it has to be an experiment to an extent. Because if you're not adjusting, then you won't ever grow. So things do have to change if I don't see a product that I like. So I feel like every day is an experiment. The same way if there's a deficiency in my pass rush, that's something I'm going to work on. So, it's kind of just how you look at it. That's how I look at it though, for sure. Yeah.
But you're like 260-ish right now?
I'm like around. I fluctuate. I go up and down. So I might be something one day and I'll be 260, 250, 255. Yeah.
Do you feel like
pretty
you're
broad?
Do you feel like you're more set up to like kind of play against the runner? Or you like focus more on kind of adding as a pass rusher at this point? Like what area of your game are you most focused on?
What's crazy? I wouldn't really say I'm more focus on anything. I just want to be a really balanced player. Like I said though, if I feel like this weight is kind of working against me in this run, then that's probably something I would work on. But right now I feel like I'm pretty balanced. I feel like I can get to the QB and I can stop the run. That's what I'm here to do. So if I can't, then there's something wrong, and then that's when the adjustments come in. Like I was saying.
There's a few new guys on the defensive line. I guess new to us. We haven't seen them play, or like they got hurt last year. Just what is like some of the new guys, like what can you tell us about like Johnny Bowens and some of the other guys that are like, looks like you guys are pretty deep this year.
Yeah, no, we have some guys. I definitely like the way we're set up. I feel like there's a lot of guys who can play a lot of positions on this D line. There's really not too much to say. I mean, they're here for a reason. I feel like they've adjusted and they've, molded to our culture well. They're good pieces to our team. Yeah.
It was really interesting in the spring when we talked. You mentioned kind of your sort of spiritual journey and some of the angry tendencies you let go of. Where are you at in that sort of whole journey and process a few months later?
Still in the growing process. How is that growth? It's a lot of passion towards the game I play. So that can at times feel uncontrolled, and that's when I have to reel myself back and understand that there's better ways to go about it. But when you really love a game and you want to produce, sometimes if that doesn't happen, you can be a little bit passionate and it might not look the best. But I understand that as a leader, I have to make sure I'm very level-headed throughout, even if I feel like things aren't going the way I would like. So, God is helping me with that a lot, for sure. But it's definitely still a work in progress.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you sort of happy with the place you're at with that, or do you still think it's something you want to continue to work on?
Growth for sure. I mean, whenever, I'll put it like this, and it's kind of weird, it kind of felt backwards to me at first, but it's also like when you have the greatest example on planet Earth of somebody who did it the correct way, it's like the closer you get to him, the more you realize how far you are from him at the same time. When you realize how he handled his situations, it's like, dang, like, I'm really that far behind him and how he goes about things. So, in a way, the closer you get, the farther you realize you are. So, at times, definitely I do feel like, dang, I'm super far away, but I also understand, like, I'm human. I'm not him. So, something there.
Interesting. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jack.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Appreciate it.